Hello.
And welcome back to
episode 11. Oh, we had 11.
11.
Make
This is your sign if you listen to this today.
At 11:11.
Your wishes are coming through.
On the 11th.
This is episode 11. Recorded on the 31st of August, 2022.
At 4 p.m.
At 4 p.m. today. So it's a late one. Feeling it a little bit.
I'm not, so I'll pull this podcast on my back, guys. Don't worry.
Ornait's back might be sore by the end of this from carrying us.
It's going to be like the first episode all over again.
Yeah, no, my energy is just a little bit down today.
I'm going to have to keep
keep saying it's hormonal. I'm going to say that's hormonal. But I'm going, after I record this podcast, I'm going to Aoibhinn.
At least you're being real with
for some spiritual cleansing. And yeah, at least I'm being real that it's not all
real with the viewers.
Rainbows and sunshine all the time. I'm actually fine. It's just like...
This is a therapy session, guys.
I'm actually fine. It's just like my energy is just low, but I'm just going to say it's hormonal. And then also me and Orna had like a conversation at lunch before this podcast that kind of made me think rationally again.
It kind of brought up our diving deep segment.
Yeah, this is basically why we're going to talk about our diving deep segment this week, because my irrational brain was going a bit hectic.
Irrational, to say the least.
Irrational, and then Orna rationalized it for me.
Yeah.
It's so funny when you're in like a bad mood or like a low vibrational state, you'll just cling to any thought and like start making up scenarios in your head.
And obsess over it.
And obsess with these
thoughts.
It's so true. Just to like continue on the cycle. Like
you almost become the victim.
Yeah, the victim. I'm so lucky to have like you
of
to
your
break
made
that
up
cycle.
Circumstance.
Yeah, it's she properly made up.
Of your made up circumstance.
But I'm so I'm so lucky to have external
input.
Person to...
Aoibhinn sees me as like such a logical person, but I see myself as...
Yeah, like what you always say, like you're not productive and all. I'm
like more like emotional. Yeah.
But yeah, Orna was my logical brain today, so I'm so lucky to have someone that actually can look from the outside and like make it logical for me. Whereas
I think it always helps if you can speak to someone as well, like if ever you feel shit. Like don't take it all in on yourself, because if your judgment is so clouded and you're trying to don't try to analyse your problems with the same mind that got you into them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because then you're just gonna, I mean, you can pull yourself out of it like 100%, but
it takes longer.
It does, and your judgment will be clouded. So and if you can say it to a friend.
We have like two sides to our brain, like our left hemisphere and our right hemisphere. And like in the morning when we could be productive and stuff, we could be in our right hemisphere,
which is our left, the logical.
I don't know if left is
Left
logical.
is logical.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Left side of the brain is logical.
Left side of the brain.
Do a quick Google search there now.
Google search.
Is your left side of the brain left side logical? Yeah, left brain, right brain. Left brain handles reading, writing, calculations. It's logical. Right brain is emotional.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why, like, do you ever find you're so emotional in the night? Like, something could be said to me in the nighttime, and I will like either kind of snap. I'm not a snappy person, but I could snap way easier than I would if something was said to me during the day, or like a situation would bother me much more.
You know when like you're going through a breakup, you start crying about it at night.
At night, and like looking through photos and all this, like 100%.
Or like,
and then you wake up the next morning like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because you change sides of your brain that you use throughout the day. If like you're more tired, you probably go to more emotional and stuff.
And I heard that kids are like balanced,
and men are like more
left
brain logical, and women are more emotional. Yeah. So that's why I heard in the podcast, like if you're having an argument in the morning, the man will be all like logical and be like having all the words saying. The women might not even have any words and just be like crying, and then they might still be arguing, and then they come back together in the evening and have their fight again, and the woman's like able to spring out all the logical,
and then the man is in the right. Like I do notice if I give stupid scenarios to my boyfriend, like I'm just like, oh, what would you do if this happened? And like it's like more emotional, but I'm joking. He's so logical that he just ruins the joke. Yeah. Like he's like, well, that wouldn't happen because this. I'm like, right, it doesn't matter. Just leave it.
Yeah.
You know?
There are people like that. You're like,
he's just so logical. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Like, and I think it's kids are definitely balanced.
Dad's quite like that as well. Yeah. In a way.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the men in my life.
I want to be. I don't know. I like being balanced, I guess. I want to be balanced.
Kids are balanced, I think.
That's the best way to be.
Because they were, like, especially from the ages until 7 years old, because they were just recording everything. So they, like...
Anything they're told goes straight into their brain. It's not like, you know, the way we can question stuff. We're like, oh, well, that's not true. They're like, okay,
that's why they believe, like, Santa and the Tooth Fairy now is real.
Oh, my God, remember that? That was amazing.
Yeah.
I actually used to
that was great when someone would just tell you something and you just believed it for facts.
Yeah.
That's why you're so innocent as a child. What did I tell you?
He told me when I was like 4 to come to the bathroom with her. Like, she was like, 5, so it wasn't like weird
6,
or anything.
I think, yeah.
She told me to come to the toilet, and I was like, no, I don't want to. She said, come on, or there'll be fairies. I remember to this day. I went to the toilet with her because I thought there'd be fairies.
Fully thinking there was fairies there.
There was no fairies, guys.
Well, I remember, maybe I was about 8, so I was probably just past the recording stage in my brain, but we went to see the Easter Bunny in the chocolate factory, and I was convinced it was going to be the Easter Bunny. Like, I was like, right.
Wait, how old were you? Like 7?
Maybe 7, so... And like, I was like, Mom's like, the Easter Bunny's there, and I was like, all right,
it was that weird chocolate factory.
And I went, and it was fucking man dressed up in a costume, and I was pissed. I actually must ask my mom to show the pictures.
Yeah, no way.
But I was pissed.
Did I believe in it?
Yeah, you were like sitting there, big smiley face. I was fuming. Even in the picture, you can see me.
Oh
I'm fuming.
My God.
That's a man in a costume. I was like, who the fuck? Who the fuck?
Do you think you were?
I think I have a face. I'm
stop.
sitting there with a big, huge face on me because it's a man in a costume. So I've been lied to. That's when I think I started to question reality. It's like, is anything even real
Question
anymore?
everything. You made me question my life.
Maybe question my life at 7 years old. I have the first 7 years of my life being a lie.
It's like when you find out Santa's not real, you kind of like lie. Well, I lied about it anyway because I wanted to still get presents.
Yeah,
so
I think everyone does that.
Saying that I still believe.
Or like saying like making your communion or confirmation, you just make them to get money. Yeah,
literally. I knew as well that you stopped believing in him because I used to be like, Aoibhinn, like, can I please sleep with you? And you'd be like, oh, fuck off. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But you were still pretending for me, obviously.
Yeah.
But I remember that kind of ruined my Christmas when she stopped believing.
I think I stopped believing in Santa when I was like 18.
Some people actually stop believing really early, and it's actually so sad.
And especially if they have older siblings, either the older siblings can like keep them believing or can ruin it for you.
It's so much more fun when there's someone in the house who believes in Santa. Because remember we had our niece up that time. And
because you can
better.
be waking up at like proper like 6 a.m. Whereas when no one in the house believes in it,
I don't care.
When no one in the house believes in it, everyone's waking up at like fucking.
We weren't even home
10
this Christmas
o'clock.
either.
Oh shit! Yeah, we.
So
didn't,
like we didn't like. I remember Christmas in Bali this year. It didn't feel like Christmas, and there was like Christmas trees up in places, and I was like, this is so weird because the weather was so good. It's
gonna put a tree up this year.
Yeah, for sure.
We had a tree up last year.
I don't know where I'll be, but yeah, we'll see.
Oh yeah,
we'll see.
But anyway, we'll just dive straight into the segment.
Right in. That's enough.
So the segment was based this week for diving deep. Cue the scuba. It's basically, it's not really a question. It's more like a solution to your irrational brain overthinking.
Like
mind,
we said,
not feeling grateful. It's the Gabby Bernstein method of choose again.
Choose again.
Or choose the next best.
Well,
thing.
like it was like inspired by that.
So basically, it was like I was feeling like pretty like low energy, obsessive, like negative thoughts and stuff. And like obviously, I wasn't gonna be able to like be like, okay, wait, brain, stop thinking like that.
Yeah, like toxic positivity.
Toxic positivity, and be like, just be grateful you have a roof over your head. Like obviously I am grateful for that, and like if I really focus on that, I can be, but it's not gonna be like, it's just unrealistic of me to be like trying to change my whole mood based on like this big.
Sometimes it's difficult to jump from like a lower vibrational thought to like a massive like, yay everyone.
Yeah, that's just toxic positivity. It's just like you're not even like, say if you are feeling bad, you're just like you're suppressing the emotion rather than kind of being like, okay, like look, I feel like this, it's okay to feel like this.
Yeah.
But
I think we could have done.
I just can't stop contouring this big huge dreadlock in the back of my head.
We could have done what a man on the podcast say to get rid of the neggy vibes.
Yeah, the logical thinker, the man.
To get rid of the neggy vibes. We don't have one because.
Yeah, actually, sorry.
We cut that out, didn't we?
And say why we don't have a man on this podcast, even though we even had a cheers of the cokes to it, because we just couldn't find anyone that would like.
Bring entertainment.
Just tick all the boxes.
Yeah,
someone
basically.
that was going to be entertaining.
I mean, it's no offense.
Someone that was going to be a red.
None of you. To make yourself feel better.
Yeah, sorry to the people that didn't make the cut. You know, it's an audition. We even held auditions. We made people get CVs.
We just wanted
we just wanted someone who was like the right amount of toxic, the right amount of red flag, entertaining, and like
we wouldn't grill them right now.
No, we weren't going to be grilling them. It was just like.
Just a little bit of entertainment.
And to be honest, we don't actually have that much friends. No word of a lie. Like, We just like...
We do have some, but they wouldn't be allowed on
Yeah,
this
they're
podcast.
just... We're friends, like, with boys that are very green flaggish.
Or else severely...
Or they're so severely red flag
that they can't come on.
They can't show their identity.
Or you literally...
No one would ever, like, see them... Like, no one would ever trust them again. Like, they wouldn't be able to walk around Canggu.
Yeah.
If they came on this podcast.
You would just have to probably...
Not that we have 1 million followers and, like, watchers that everyone would know who they are.
You'd have to edit them out of this
The fame would be too much for them after.
Yeah.
But they'd have to have a paper bag over their head if they really want to come on. So
I mean, maybe in the next 3 weeks we'll have one on, hopefully. I mean, I'm not giving any promises now because clearly we don't want to keep giving false promises to you guys.
False hope. I know you guys we're hoping for a man.
Definitely a guest, anyway.
Yeah, I'd like to have a guest. We just need to find someone that aligns with us. Like,
we're just too good for everyone.
No, but like not even like that. It's just like the right amount to entertainment. I really think that like I was even hesitant to put someone on the podcast because it was like procrastination out of like fear and anxiety that like we wouldn't know what to ask them or
no,
like,
it just flow. If they're chatty, it would flow.
Yeah.
Definitely, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we just didn't do it. This
like
week,
when I'm nervous, I just keep speaking. I've noticed lately.
Either people speak a lot or they don't speak at all.
Yeah,
but yeah, we just didn't have anyone that would like be. Like, all of our boys that are friends that want, like, that we would have had on are just so nice. And, like,
yeah, they're lovely.
They'd probably just have such a logical answer. We'd be like, do you know what, that was a lovely answer.
Although
Thank
we
you
could have
so
got
much.
that, though, as well.
And maybe we should just have a green flag on because that's what we're about, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, maybe next week, guys, but we're not going to make
We're
false
not
promises.
making any
And we're going to go back to the segment that we were on, diving deep, about choose again method. So, Orny, you kind of explain this. You're good.
Guys.
You're more the logical thing.
So basically, as we said, when you're in a shit headspace, you're not going to be like, it's annoying. Like when someone says, oh, come on, be grateful. Like people have it worse than you. It's like when they say, oh, come on, people, or don't be sad. People, what is it? Don't be happy. People have it better than you. You know what I mean? You're just, but like, so what you can do is choose the next best thought. So if you're like, let me think of an example real quick. Like say if you went for this job interview and you don't end up getting the job and you feel really down about it and stuff like that and you're just like dwelling in on that and honing in on that.
You're calling yourself names like you're
and you're
shit,
like, oh, you
mustn't
be, you're unqualified, you're not good enough, all this
you're
shit.
Lazy bastard.
You're
unwanted, you're unlovable.
That's a bit severe, hopefully not.
You need a nose job.
Anyway, but you're not going to be like, okay, well, like, look, you have a great life, like, fuck it anyways, because that's just not realistic, and you're not going to be thinking like that when you're in the moment, realistically. So you can be like, okay, look, break it down and be like, is this really true? Like, am I really unworthy because I didn't get this job? No, I am not. Maybe this job didn't come to me. It's like choosing again. Like, what's the next best thought? The next best thought's not going to be, fuck it, you're grand, like, you're healthy. Do you know what I mean?
Next best thought's going to be like, it's going to be the next one. It's like...
Exactly. So you're going to be like, look,
at least I had the interview.
At least I had the interview. I got the
extra
experience.
Skills.
I got the experience. I know what it's going to be like. This job obviously wasn't in alignment with me, and there's going to be a better one coming. And obviously, it's kind of difficult to think like that. Like it's like when you get over break and people are like, "Don't worry, like there's a better one coming. There's 7 billion people in the world," and you're like, "Just fuck off," like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like that's the next best thought that you can think of, or like anything. That's just an example. It could be
breakup is like, well, at least I'm gonna have a glow up now.
Yeah, exactly. It can be the next best thought, whatever that. If you just think and look, be like, okay, what's the next best thing I can think of right now, and it'll slowly cause your vibration to. Why can't I speak right now?
Like
it will slowly lift your vibration, basically.
And then also, if you
and lift your mood, and instead of going up the scale like that, you go up.
If you can't think of the next best thing, maybe go to a friend or someone you trust, or like.
And like we said, talk
to them. A teacher or like a. Yeah, we sounds cool.
Go to a teacher in your old secondary school.
No, anyone, and like tell them your scenario. And most of the time, they'll be able to see the next best thing, and like.
Yeah, and
sometimes your friends might jump 2 or 3 rungs up the ladder, and you're like, "Whoa, hold your horses, okay, that's too much." But
and then you can almost beat yourself up because you're like, "Fuck, I should," you know what I mean? And you just put more pressure.
Your friends can see sometimes things that you can't see, so
the choose again method. When you're feeling shit, and I got that from a book called Super Tractor by Gabby Bernstein that I didn't finish. I read it in lockdown, got to like a few. I mean, it was a good book at the time. I don't know why I didn't finish it, but that was one thing I took from that, and we were speaking about doing that earlier,
Yeah, or sometimes like that. The thing that helps me is like just seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Do you know, like if something's going wrong, it's like, hey, what is going right? Like,
yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's so quick, like, to list all the negative things for some reason. I'm not too sure why. It would just be the way we're programmed.
If something's going wrong, you're like, but then like see the bigger picture. Okay, what is actually right? At least I can actually.
And you can always do something. Hopefully, a lot of the time, you can always do something about it. Like, you can always apply for another job. You can always, maybe you didn't even want, maybe you didn't even want that job, and you really want to do something else. You want to pursue another line of work, and now it'll actually make you be like, okay, maybe I will do what I wanted to do in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So choose again, guys. Don't settle.
Yeah,
for shitty thoughts.
Never settle. I was like, brave girl, never settle. Do have that tattooed on the back of my arm, but anyway.
Yeah.
And see the bigger picture. I know it's all easier said than done, but
I need to stop touching my face.
I keep touching my hair because I have a dreadlock in the back of my head.
She's doing a Jack Sparrow.
I literally, my extensions.
She's getting ready for Halloween.
My extensions are literally matted in the back of my head. I'm concerned for my life.
I know.
Now. Definitely a first world problem, but whatever.
Okay.
The next segment. Stuck in the
mud. What was that?
Yeah, I'm like, stuck in the mud. You're like, stuck in the mud.
Stuck in the mud. X Factor.
Someone actually sent us a nice long.
I think it looks long. It's not as long.
And it was actually midweek as well, so it wasn't even when we asked for it.
Perfect.
They just knew that we needed it.
We love that.
So we love it. What do you call that? Like when
spontaneous?
No, not spontaneous. When someone like is in a job and they like take their own actions.
Oh yeah, independent.
No.
Interpersonal?
No, hey. I know you guys listening can think of the word. You know, and they're like, someone's like, oh, you're very...
You work off your own initiative.
Yeah,
like.
Initiative. Yeah, is that it?
No, anyway.
This person took the initiative and was like, I'm going to send it in. And I haven't even read it until now.
I actually did read it last week, but I didn't really think about what I was reading.
So... basically, one of my friends has just got a new boyfriend, and all through the early stages, I was so for it, and I'm so happy for her. But all of a sudden, I don't like him, and I just don't feel the way I did about him at the start. I don't know if it's because me and her were so close, and now she has this other person in her life, and I'm feeling like our friendship has taken a back seat. The first time he came out with us, it was me and them and one other friend, and the next day she asked me like, oh my god, what did you think of him? What did you talk about? And there was times it was just us when the girls were at the toilet. So like their friends would go to the toilet and then it'd just be them too. The boyfriend and him, and they'd have a chat.
I hate that when it's awkward.
And I was and he said they had nothing to talk about, whereas the other friend had loads of conversations with him all night. And then another time she come to pick up clothes from my house, and I went out to the car and he didn't look at me or speak to me the whole time I was stood there talking to her, and I felt so awkward. And when she talks about him, I feel so bad because I'm not interested. I'm so happy that she's happy, and I'm such a conflict right now in my mind. Like, I don't know if it's just me feeling left out from her or if it's his weird vibes I'm feeling.
Vibes don't lie.
And I don't know, because every time I see him, I just feel awkward and weird. Apologies for it being so long, but I just need to give you all the info to understand the situation.
We love all the info.
Detail. We need background.
We love detail.
We need childhood
childhood trauma.
We need childhood trauma. We need what kind of vibes you get. High frequency, low frequency.
In the middle.
E minor, C. No, I'm joking. Okay, so basically this person is friends with a girl who has a new boyfriend, and he's really happy for her, but he said that he just doesn't click with the boyfriend of his friend as well as everyone else does, but he doesn't know if it's just like him not clicking with him out of jealousy or him not clicking with him out of like he doesn't like the feeling, like his gut feeling about him.
Well, first of all, I feel like...
So he's like in a conflict, he feels bad, like, and he doesn't know which one it is. Like,
I feel like the fact that the boyfriend's not being very friendly with you, like if he was being friendly with you and if he was giving you the same energy you were giving him in the beginning and stuff like that, you wouldn't even be thinking, oh, am I just jealous? You know what I mean? It's like if someone's off at you, you kind of know immediately.
Yeah, and also like they seem to be doing stuff together, so it's not like they all.
He's being left out. You're not being left out.
Yeah, it's not like he's being left out. So we'd be like jealous that like she's spending more time with him. Like I'm sure she is having to divide her time between two people rather than one. So he says he's happy for her. But like he's happy for her, and like Okay, at least you can acknowledge that maybe you do have a tiny bit of like jealousy, or like you're feeling a bit like you have to share.
Are you going to be second best now, or you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
and that's okay to acknowledge that. But at the same time, it's not like he's being completely left out and she's just completely ditched him.
And it's a different relationship. Obviously, when your friend gets a boyfriend, girlfriend, your friendship is like platonic. So I mean, there's still going to be. It's not like you're another.
Yeah, it's not like he's like
another
a threat.
side. Yeah, exactly. You're not a threat to the relationship, basically, which is a positive.
Yeah, so I think the boyfriend's just not clicking with this guy.
And he's not trying, which isn't very nice.
He's not trying with you.
And maybe, do you know what, if your friend asked, oh, what do you think of my boyfriend or whatever, and like I'd just be straight out honest and be like, I don't know.
For you.
I'm happy for you 100%, and like it's nothing to do with you.
And you seem really happy.
But does your boyfriend have a problem with me?
Yeah, it's like, does he like me? I feel like he doesn't like me. And then maybe she can go to her boyfriend and say like, oh, blah blah, thinks you don't like them. Like maybe you should try and make more an effort, or like. And if he's like, no, whenever I'm out, he gives me dirty look or something. Then,
I can't imagine he would be like
then
that.
Then you could be like, okay, well, he thinks that. You know, there's obviously just a miscommunication there. Or like, either the boyfriend just has like a problem with you, or maybe
for no reason.
For no reason, which is like, no, normally not the case. Like, normally they're just like, it's like their own insecurity then. There's never no reason. Like,
is he, I know,
so like he could be,
is he shy because he was speaking to the other friend, so obviously he's not shy.
Yeah, but he's not,
you know?
So like, I would just say to your friend, if she says like, oh, she think of him, just like, yeah, I'm really happy for you, like you seem happy, but I don't know if he likes me, like he doesn't seem to make that much conversation with me.
And she'll know straight off the bat anyway, because usually
couples talk.
They speak, so you'd know, and that way you're voicing your opinion, and it's not going to cause any like bitterness between you and her, because it's almost like if you never said anything and how you feel, it would probably build up and you just get annoyed at her,
and then you stop hanging around with them all because like Exactly. But like I think the best, like, it's always communication.
Honesty is the best policy, guys.
Yeah, and just don't be like, no, I don't like him. Just be like, I just don't know if he likes me.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, no.
Just voice your concerns.
And then she'll be like, why? And they're like, oh, because he doesn't
make an effort.
And like I tried to talk to him, and blah blah said they had loads of conversations, but when I had a conversation with me, he didn't really speak to me. Like, is he okay about
I
us?
do get that with some people.
Like,
sometimes you're like, you honestly are like, do they have a problem with me? Like,
yeah. But then if they do have a problem with you and you've been nothing but nice to them, or like you've never brought up a conflict or an issue with them, that's on them. So
that's
like,
on them, yeah.
Maybe he feels insecure about you and her friendship. Like he thinks like that you could be a threat, or like he thinks that like, you know, he could think like something about you and her as a friend. That's why he doesn't want to make an effort with you. But like that needs to be all like
flattened out. Yeah. So communication is key always.
Yeah, and like. It doesn't even have to be like
and
a long answer. Just
I don't think it's like you're jealous. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, like maybe like the fact that you can even acknowledge, okay, maybe I am a bit like worried that I'm gonna be left out because she has like, and she has to divide her time now between like you and the boyfriend. That's good, but like because you're able to already, you're not even in denial about that. You're already able to like acknowledge that. It doesn't give me a sign that you're jealous.
100%.
And then like Orna said, vibes don't lie.
So don't lie.
You know when someone's pissed off,
especially if you're being really friendly and it's not being reciprocated.
And like, fair enough if it was one time that he was pissed off, he could have just been having a bad day and didn't want to speak to anyone. But if it's numerous times that like you've tried to make conversation with him, or like
if the energy is not being reciprocated
in the nightclub, like there are two different separate occasions where he's not being, and then the other people haven't had the same experience. Usually if someone's in a bad mood, everyone that day will kind of
that comes into contact with them, will notice.
We'll notice it. Whereas like if the other friends are having a good experience and you're not, obviously it's a problem with that he has a problem with you. So like that's just something to bring up
Definitely
as well.
bring up.
Yeah. But you'll know yourself, like, vibes don't lie.
We always say, you know what.
You know what to do. But,
that was in podcast.
Yeah, vibes don't lie. So,
my arm.
I mean, you can... Oh my, that looks really bad. You can just bring this all up with the girl. Like, have, like... Even if you need to get, like, notes out on your phone and write down a list of scenarios where you felt like he was being off, so you have like them listed out. Sometimes that helps.
Maybe that could become an hour a bit too strong. Probably Jesus Christ.
Kind of like take a sneaky look in the corner of your eye. And remember on that time,
31st at 20:08.
Yeah.
He was giving me dirty look. He was giving me side eye. Anyway.
And he was giving me side eye. I seen him look me up and down from top to bottom. Seen him judging my shoes. But yeah, just like come at, and just say, don't come at her, but just be like, yeah.
But like, why the fuck are you going out with him?
Like, no, big paranoid.
I don't like him.
Don't like him.
Yeah.
Please give me your look.
Anyways.
Just can we interrupt this podcast so Orna has staph on
I
her
don't
arm?
know if it's staph or not, guys.
Staph infection.
It's disgusting.
It's gross and it looks like it's getting worse.
I know.
Oh my god. How you know you have staph is like it spreads on your skin.
Fuck off. This stupid body
Ew.
showing.
Yeah, that's typical Bali. Like, you get one cut and you're like, your whole body's infected.
I've never had this before, and I'm
rashes,
freaking out. And like
dreadlocks in your hair.
I brought my arm to the pharmacy.
Oh, they said it was a bite.
And they thought, he was like, you obviously got bit. I was like, I didn't, because I seen it last night and it wasn't a bite.
Yeah, it looks like staph, guys.
Fuck
and
off.
our Irish people, or like people in the Western world, will never know how to look at the air with like water quality.
You know, really,
not
yeah.
Germs.
But, like, obviously, we're
around.
not in the fucking slum dogs. Like,
No,
we're
not in the
slums.
sewers and shit. But like, it is
Shanty
way
towns.
dirty over here. Way more dirty over here.
No, it is 100%. And like the water, like if I got a horrible burn on my leg last year from the Gojek, and they were like, "Oh, be careful
From the
going
exhaust.
be careful going for a shower because it's probably going to infect it more." I was like, "Great,
Yeah, you shower water. Like.
great, thanks, guys."
But anyway, that can be our
Maybe I should
that can be
cover
our
it over.
dilemma. Yeah,
Yeah.
you should definitely cover it. In like fights and MMA and stuff, they pick up staph all the time, and they're not allowed to fight if they have staph. but
Great.
they can cover it with plasters.
Guys, I can't
and,
do
like,
any MMA.
and
Devastated.
plasters and socks and like
And then they can fight.
and then they can fight. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna
have to
get
cleared
plaster on
for
the
it
way home
because it's
from
all
the shop.
over your skin. Basically.
No, it's only if you touch it.
Yeah. Okay, stay away from
Maybe
it.
I should put on gloves.
Anyway, so clear communication
Clear communication.
about
Go get some alcohol wipes for your staff.
and appreciate your Western water.
Yeah.
And non-infectious environment in the Western world. Anyway, our next segment, red flag.
Red flag repellent. Come on out, guests.
To our red flag, we have no, we don't have anyone.
Come on out, Barney.
Yeah, come on out, our invisible red flag man. Sit down here.
What was it? Mystery man, reveal yourself. And
Oh, yeah.
take me out. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah. No
Ew.
lackey, no
That would give me the
lackey.
ick now watching that. In
Oh,
fact,
God. I used to get like ready on a Friday night, popcorn, bit like sweets from the
Bit
shop.
munch.
Bit munch. Oh my, rate my munch. Bit munch from the shop and go sit down at my friend's house and watch Take Me Out.
Take
or
Me Out.
California.
Oh,
Who
my
remembers
California,
California?
remember that.
Or
You're
Geordie Shore. Not
Why,
even.
yeah.
Oh, Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore.
Geordie Shore as well.
And Geordie
no?
Shore. Oh my god, proper like.
Remember Geordie Shore, Jesus.
Yeah, Christ.
What a time to be alive.
Those are the times. California, I think, really was the.
That was so cringy. I couldn't go.
So cringe. Wow.
Couldn't go.
Orna
Great.
has the scenario. Okay, I'm gonna read it out.
Okay, Mean's gonna read it out, guys.
I'm gonna read it. Okay, so she said, I've been seeing this guy for 6 weeks. I've been hurt before, so I always had my guard up, but he's given me nothing but green flags. So lately I've decided to let my guard down. I see him a few times a week, and we do some... What are you laughing? And we go on a few dates and spend the weekday evenings together. The weekday evenings, that means it's serious.
Jesus.
The weekday evenings.
This is a potential partner.
2 weeks ago, he went on a boys' holiday. I didn't really hear from him at all on the holiday. He
Not
called
good.
me twice.
Jesus. Ah, I don't know.
I mean, a call is better than. I think
A
I'd
no
rather
call.
like. I think I'd rather.
I think I'd rather call than text.
a call than like a few dry
shitey
messages.
messages.
Yeah.
Like, I like, fuck off. Like, I don't even want to speak to you.
Call like FaceTime. Show me surroundings, please. Anyway,
What boys are in there?
he's been back a week now and hasn't made an effort to come and see me, but he's still continuously texting me. Should I continue to see him based on based on what happened before, or should I just call it off?
Call off. Well, okay, so
Okay.
I do get that. I actually have heard a similar story very recently to that. Imagine it was her who wrote it.
Is it you?
Okay.
Okay, so basically, let's break it down. So this girl's been seeing this guy. She's been
seems-
hurt before, so she's
Was
kinda,
hesitant.
hesitant, but he was giving her loads of green flags.
Great.
Love that. We love that.
Great.
So then,
But then again, because you've been hurt before, you're almost like, this is too good to be true.
Yeah.
I feel like people do have that mentality because I know someone and they're like, oh, it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. You know?
me. Anyway,
Yeah. No.
and so she was like, okay, probably thinking, getting her hopes up, thinking, okay, this guy could actually
Like,
be
this
the
is
one.
like potential, like, boyfriend.
And then he goes on a boys' holiday, which is like
That's a bit of the fear.
Not the best idea. Like, not the best scenario to be in when you're just starting off a relationship.
And especially if you've been hurt before. I don't know what way it is now in this situation, but if you've been hurt before, I'm sure...
Yeah, it's going to
you don't want to
get anxiety.
Yeah. Going on holiday.
And, like, if you're only, like, recently in a relationship and he's,
you
like...
have no loyalty towards each other. Like, you don't. Loyalty. And if nothing's been said, like, you're exclusive or you're not exclusive.
Yeah,
like,
you don't know if they're going to be with people.
I mean, I feel like they would be. Oh, sorry, that's so mean. How do I even know that?
6 weeks. I don't know if that's, like, exclusive territory or not, you know. And then, anyway... then
I feel like you know.
He's called her twice on a holiday. Which is, okay, some effort. But still, if he's a week holiday, he's called her twice.
I mean, it's still nice to
doesn't have to be texting her all day, every day, but also just, like, to...
I mean, if it was my boyfriend, I'd want him to at least, like, call me once a day.
Really? I wouldn't really care about a call. Just, like,
or say, text me once a day. Like, say, hey, I'm still alive.
Hey,
haven't died
just woke
yet.
up dying of a hangover. Had 2 girls in my bed last night. How's your day been?
I was in the middle, guys. Don't worry.
And then... he's been back a week, but still hasn't met up with her, which makes me feel like he has a guilty conscience, to be honest.
Same with me.
And then, but he's still texting her, probably, like...
Why do you fellas do that?
So I think fellas, like, obviously he has a guilty conscience, and maybe can't look her in the eye because he knows what he's done. But then still wants to keep her...
Still wants his cake.
Still wants to keep her, still wants to text her. Maybe, like, he's waiting until he gets over this...
or maybe...
guilt, and then he'll meet up with her.
Stop touching that. Yeah.
So, what, should she just call it off? Or should she, like... because I've had a good time.
I feel like,
for 6 weeks, you know?
I feel like when you should not have to question anything when you're with someone, and that's the bottom line. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just happens, and
if they wanted to, they would.
If they wanted to, they would.
And that's
it
a
always
big one
comes
with men.
down to that.
If they want to, they would. Like, they're never too busy.
Same way as it happens with girls as well. Like, we're never too busy either. If we want to make time for someone, no matter what's going on in our life, we will make time for someone. In the same way as if he wants to see you, he will see you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially the way it was all good leading up to the holiday. And then after it's gone to shit, like, I feel like that kind of just shows.
Yeah, I feel like he's guilty.
His intentions as well. And
the fact that he's like,
not serious about it
now,
either.
do you know?
He's not serious about it.
Yeah.
And, like, I know he had no loyalties towards you on the holiday and whatever happened on the holiday.
Yeah, like, you're only seeing 6 weeks. You didn't have the conversation to say exclusive or you're not. But at the time, if he really liked you and he was, like, talking to other girls over there and, like... You just, like, wouldn't, like, you just wouldn't go there if, like...
You want to have respect for yourself enough to be like, right, well, I'm not waiting around for you because if you're not treating me with the same amount of care, respect that I'm treating you, fuck off.
Yeah, like, I know if I was, like...
Sorry.
If I, language. Like... Well, I have a boyfriend now, and if I, like, went over...
You don't.
Breaking news, guys. I am not single. If I went out somewhere and there's loads of men and they're trying to talk to me, I just wouldn't be interested. Do you know what I mean? And not that, like, he's my boyfriend, but at the same time, like, 6 weeks into it, I still liked him the same amount. But I like him more now, but, like, I still liked him that much enough that I wouldn't be like, entertaining other men.
And obviously she really likes him if she's writing in and she's worried about it.
Yeah, so, like, he must have went in this holiday, like, probably liked her, but didn't like her enough not to...
If the energy's not... like, we don't know what goes on inside their heads. Let's be real, men are from Mars. If the energy's not reciprocated, then... get away from me. Question it.
If they want to, they would, and
you won't have to question
if you want, like, you won't ever have to question if they like you. What's their
and you don't be. You want to respect yourself enough to just not, like, you're too good to be waiting around for stupid people. Like, fuck off. Like,
you're too good to wait around for someone who doesn't know what they already have.
Like, imagine just, like, picture, like, you're just sitting at their door. Obviously not, but, like, you're just sitting at their door and, like, you're waiting for them. Will they come out? Will they come out? Will they come out?
Yeah, it's like, you know, if you could see it in a physical scenario, like, obviously this girl's waiting at home, being like you obviously gonna text me, like, but if you could see it in a physical scenario, you're basically waiting outside his house, waiting for him to come out to you, and he's, like, knowing damn well that you're outside and doesn't still come out.
That's why he's still texting you, because
behavior,
he's like knows you'll still reply. Like, he knows. He
still has access to you. That's why he's, like, still messaging you.
So I'd be like, no. So
I wouldn't even entertain his bollocks.
Same, neither would I. Bollocks?
His bollocks.
Bollocks.
But, like, he obviously, like that's a really good physical scenario. Like, when you're waiting on someone to text you, or, like, waiting, seeing if you could offer, if you shouldn't, and you're, like, confused about what they're doing.
And I feel like you've that
the physical scenario of that is you standing outside their house, them seeing you outside, and them just going about their kitchen, going out there,
not letting you in,
going on the sofa watching TV, not knowing that you're standing out there. That's just, like, how, like,
and what a waste of time.
How, like, disregarding and disrespectful as that to you.
What a waste of time as well if the text and shite, like, no, who cares?
Yeah, and no one wants a fucking pen pal, to
exactly,
be honest.
no one wants a pen pal. Like, if you want a pen pal, you can go write to someone who'll actually respond with a good message.
Yeah, if they want a pen
someone
pal,
abroad.
like, yeah. Literally.
You know? And there's, like we said, there's plenty of fish out there, but there is, and you're not going to have to when the right person comes along, you won't question it.
Yeah, and then
trust me.
And by you like walking away from a scenario,
you're
like,
showing that
you're showing that you know your worth, and then like you're gonna become the person that you want to attract. So if you want to attract someone who's gonna treat you right, treat yourself right first.
Yeah,
you know?
and don't be waiting around for stupid people.
Don't be waiting outside anyone's house on the curb outside their house, waving up their bedroom window, throwing
stones at their window, waiting for them to
coming out.
Reply to you. Yeah.
But, yeah. So bottom line, you won't have to question it if they actually like you, and if they want to, they would. It's really hard because you're thinking of like you're thinking of like what happened the first 6 weeks and like the what ifs and like the what was, but like look at what is, like look at what is now. Like, no, it's not what if or what could be or what was. It's what is, and what is he doing now to show you that he likes you or make the effort with you.
Call it quits.
Like, boys are just sometimes they only like they get bored easily and stuff like because they don't know how good they have it.
Especially when they're young as well. You know what I mean? It's just a known thing. Like when they're young, 100%.
Yeah.
They're just they're like a kid in a candy store, like
yeah, they want their cake and they want to eat it too. Yeah. And we don't. We have our one serving of cake and we enjoy. I mean,
there are some people who like it works both ways, 100%.
Yeah, but I'm saying us women, like
in general,
girls that like respect themselves, eat their cake and they enjoy every bite and they appreciate the cake while they're eating it. And sometimes men just want the whole cake and they want to eat it and then make it show back on their doorstep. And sorry, honey, cakes don't do that. Once you eat them, you metabolize them.
They're gone.
And they're gone.
They're gone. Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, so you know your worth, girl.
Mm-hmm. Walk away. See ya.
Close that door.
We don't want to be ya. Yeah.
On the bus. Away from the house. Anyway, so I hope you're okay.
I hope you're okay.
And this week for our...
Oh, I'm excited for this.
For our travel... Instead of answering more travel questions because... We answered a lot of travel questions about Bali and like there's only something you can only something you can answer when you live here and you're not the best tour guides. We'll do a food tasting test of some Indonesian snacks.
Yay!
I seen it on someone else's channel, so I'm gonna give him credit. It's Lawrence Benson, and he does like Indonesian.
So this is like
he does let's introduce Indonesian food to the world. So he does taste testing. He actually had Jason do it on his channel. I'll put his channel. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll put this sign here. So we're just going to do this for something different for a travel. And obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see us.
A mini mukbang.
Eating the snacks.
Yeah.
If you're listening, we'll try to describe in-depth flavour.
Okay.
And we'll do a bit of an ASMR. So it's like...
Probably going to like...
It's going to be really annoying.
Now.
But yeah, and I'll link his channel here.
These probably aren't even Indonesian.
Yeah, they say... So we have these... Garuda. Oh, is that the airline? Garuda.
Yeah, it is Garuda.
Rasta. Oh, this is going to be so offensive, like the pronunciation of these, like to the Indonesian people. Oh, Kagan Pangang. Sorry, I don't know. And I think it's a corn flavor. Rasa. Oh God, this is so offensive. But anyway, if you can see on YouTube, they're these. They're like little they look like chickpeas, covered in some flavor. And then we have these ones. So we didn't know if they were going to be nice or not. So we got something that looks nice. Roma.
Extra.
#1 in Indonesia. So, well, yeah, I think that #1 is that biscuit in Indonesia, Belgian chocolate style. So it looks like, to describe to the listeners, this one looks like a
chocolate
cream
biscuit.
cracker with Nutella on top. So one's like chickpeas, which is like corn flavor. Wait for me to eat it. And one's like a chocolate cream cracker. I guess probably take a few.
Okay. I just have
I took one chickpea.
Oh, do you want to pour?
We're going all in.
So I don't want to touch
your stuffy hand. Get out of the packet now.
Okay, ready?
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
What is that?
They're peanuts.
Yeah.
Do you know what these taste like? Exactly like
the ones from Lidl.
Yeah, Crispies from Lidl.
I hate that word, crispy. Like, ew.
They're peanuts.
They're kind of sweet. Oh, fuck, that was too much.
Peanuts with sweet corn flavour. So they taste like a corn on the cob, literally. But like they taste like if you had a peanut. If a peanut and a corn on the cob had a baby. With a bit of like
salt.
Oh,
there's salt and corn. It's kind of like a sweet flavour on top. Yeah. Rate it.
They're actually good.
Rate it. I thought it'd be spicy.
Yeah, I just can't understand any of the... I think they're roasted peanuts with corn, like
flavouring.
Corn.
Let me open these.
On the outside. These are good. These next ones are called Malkist. Malkist.
They look like Jacob's crackers with like a load of Nutella smudged between them.
Squished together. Or they look like, you know those princess biscuits from Lidl?
Lidl, yeah. But
anyway, or Aldi.
Tastes like
definitely nice, but could have more
chocolate.
Nutella.
What Mom used to give me for lunch sometimes.
They're a bit scabby on the Nutella.
She was feeling...
on the chocolate in between.
generous. She'd give me Nutella between my crackers when I was in primary school.
We weren't allowed any sweets at lunch. Like no winders, no Nutella.
We weren't allowed food when we were younger.
No, we weren't allowed like any Cocoa Pops, like chocolate cereal.
Yeah.
Probably why I'm making up for it now.
No, because we had like eczema, and it was bad for our skin. So.
Yeah. So
well, that's what Mom said anyway. Maybe she just didn't want us to eat it. But yeah.
And then we go to our auntie's house and eat
all of it. And she'd be like, "Don't tell your mom."
Yeah.
This is really good.
Nice. Just could do it more chocolate.
Sorry, that was a bit dramatic. It's not really good. It's fine. It's average. Nice though. Nice for something sweet, I guess. Jacob's crackers.
And we'll probably eat the whole packet of everything when we're after this video. May as well polish it off.
It's our dinner. It was good though.
Indonesian. Yeah, so what would you...
I'd actually like to try the spicy noodles or something.
Yeah, some ramen.
Like the really, really spicy ones where I'd like cry because it's so spicy.
That need hot, like a pot noodle, but like extra flavour.
So yeah.
But anyway, I hope that was
Did you eat the whole thing?
Biscuit?
Yeah. Of course. That was really quick.
Hope you guys found this podcast somewhat helpful in your choose again method. If you're standing outside a boy's house, throw rocks at his window.
Turn around and walk the other
way.
Or
if you're looking to try some Indonesian snacks.
Order them online.
I'd
love to do like an American mukbang. I used to love mukbangs when I was younger.
Same.
Like I would be...
Especially if I was on photo shoot prep, I'd watch mukbangs just because I could not enjoy the food.
Same. I wasn't on prep, but basically should have been.
But we'll finish up there. I mean, the mood did lighten a bit
Hopefully,
as the podcast went on.
Next time I record this podcast, my staff will be gone. If it is staffed, I don't know what it is.
I'll be enlightened because I'm going to Aoibhinn tonight and tomorrow.
Hopefully, yeah.
And then we're into the first
my
week
back
of September.
will be better by the next
Tomorrow is the first day, or when they're listening to this, it'll be September.
Happy September, everyone!
Happy September, my birth month. I'm gonna milk it all month.
Is this autumn?
Joking, it's not really.
Autumn.
It's autumn, yeah. I'm gonna, you know, when the people have their like birthdays in September and they have the whole month like celebrating. I mean, Queen energy. Get that bag.
Yeah. I'm a January baby with the most depressing month of the year.
January blues. Not when you were born.
No, it's fine.
But anyway, have a beautiful weekend.
Have a great Friday.
Thank you for listening.
Beautiful.
Hope we've made your had a good start to your weekend.
Yeah.
Made your
Unless
weekend
we depressed you, sorry.
Somewhat brighter. Hopefully our good vibes are rubbing off on you.
Yeah. It means lying.
Okay.
I finish it?
Have a great weekend, and we will
see you
in the next one
and hear you
and listen to you
and
vibe with you
in the
next one.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.